Welcome viewers, you're now watching Hornbill TV's Prime Time. As chaos at airports continue across the country following Indigo Airlines disruption, aviation experts explained how the problem began. Gyan Prakash stated that Indigo's problems have persisted for over a week now. In line with international norms, the DGCA introduced a civil aviation reform related to FTDL in March 2019, after which several accidents occurred, resulting in the deaths of pilots and passengers. It was then found that pilots and cabin crew required longer rest periods. In this regard, the DGCA issued new civil aviation requirements. However, this was not possible as airlines had insufficient staff. Let's have a look at what people have to say.
इंडिगो की जो प्रॉब्लम है लास्ट 1 वीक से आई हुई है, इसकी छोटी सी हिस्ट्री है। डीजीसीए ने इंटरनेशनल नॉर्म्स के हिसाब से 2019 में एफटीडीएल के ऊपर एक सिविल एविएशन रिक्वायरमेंट्स दिया था मार्च 2019 में। इसके बाद ये इंटरनेशनली देखा गया था कि कई एक्सीडेंट्स हुए और जिसमें पैसेंजर और पायलट्स की डेथ भी हुई है, और इसके बाद ये महसूस किया गया कि पायलट और केबिन क्रू को थोड़ा ज़्यादा रेस्ट पीरियड मिलना चाहिए। इस बात के चलते डीजीसीए ने जनवरी 2024 को एक नया सिविल एविएशन रिक्वायरमेंट सेक्शन जे पार्ट 3 में इशू किया, जिसको कि 6 जून 2024 को इम्प्लीमेंट करना था। अब ये चीज इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हो पा रही थी क्योंकि वेरियस एयरलाइन ऑपरेटर्स की तरफ से दबाव था, क्योंकि इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने से उनके पास पायलट्स और एयर क्रू की कमी हो जाती। इसके इम्प्लीमेंट ना होने के चलते बहुत से पायलट्स के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, उनकी एसोसिएशन दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट में गए और वहां पे ऑनरेबल जस्टिस गंजू ने डिसीजन दिया कि इस पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्टिव का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन डीजीसीए को करवाना है और एयरलाइन ऑपरेटर को 2 पार्ट में करना है। इसमें 22 क्लॉज थे, 15 क्लॉज को इम्प्लीमेंट करना था 1 जुलाई 2025 तक, और बाकी बचे 7 क्लॉज का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना था 1 नवंबर 2025 को। मेन डिफरेंस इसमें क्या था जो पुराने ऑर्डर थे और नए ऑर्डर के बीच में, कि पायलट लोगों को और एयर कैबिन क्रू लोगों को जो पहले वीकली ऑफ मिलता था 36 घंटे का, उसको बढ़ा करके 48 घंटे का कर दिया गया था। और एक पायलट के लिए नाइट लैंडिंग जो पहले 4 से 5 करते थे, अब मात्र उनको 2 लैंडिंग ही करनी थी। ये सब प्रॉब्लम चल ही रही थी। इसके साथ साथ एक चीज हमारे यहाँ पे हमको ये समझना चाहिए कि हमारे इंडियन डोमेस्टिक एविएशन में इंडिगो का जो शेयर है वो 65% है। नंबर 2 पे 27-28 पे एयर इंडिया आता है, और बाकी 2 छोटी कंपनी आकाशा और स्पाइस जेट बचा हुआ परसेंटेज शेयर करती हैं। तो इंडिगो के पास इस चीज का गुरूर था और उन्होंने डीजीसीए के साथ मिल करके उनको ये विश्वास था कि उन्होंने कोई भी ये एक्शन नहीं किया, और ये सिचुएशन आई कि उन्होंने सडनली पायलट की कमी, उन्होंने अपना एक प्रेस रिलीज दिया था जिसके अंदर 5-6 पॉइंट बताए थे कि वेदर का इशू है, जहाज अनसर्विसेबल है, डाउन है, क्रू की कमी है, और टीडीएल के जो प्रेजेंट इशू हैं वो रीजंस हैं। ये सारी चीजें अनुचित थी। मेन इशू इनका ये था कि इन्होंने इस पर्टिकुलर सर्कुलर का इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया था, और इनको ये आभास था कि जब भी ये इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे इनको एडिशनल क्रू और एडिशनल कैबिन क्रू की जरूरत होगी, जिसको के लिए इनके पास 2 साल का समय था। इनको तुरंत कर लेना था, क्योंकि आज की डेट में अगर ये एडिशनल पायलट्स या क्रू को एम्प्लॉय भी करते हैं तो उनके ट्रेनिंग, उनके रूट क्लियरेंस, उनकी टाइप ट्रेनिंग, उनका वेरियस क्लियरेंस में 1 से 2 साल का समय लगता है, जिसको उन्होंने खराब कर दिया।
सर, पार्लियामेंट में भी ये इशू अभी इंडिगो प्लेन्स बीइंग कैंसिल्ड, सो वी आर सीइंग द चार्ट, इट्स बजिंग व्हेन वी सी अ chaos at the airport. How do you see, sir? What's your perspective on it, sir?
See, in order to make air travel more safe and secure, the pilots were demanding extra rest hours. as per international norms. So DGCA on the directive of the courts also declared the new norms for like rest of 6 hours was increased to 8 hours. Similarly, the night flying hours were reduced, and directives were given more than 1 year back to all the airlines to recruit more pilots and staff and get ready for the new norms. All the airlines like Akasa, SpiceJet, Air India Express, they all adhered to the norms. But Indigo not only did not adhere to the norms, they also expanded their international route network and increased their domestic flights without increasing the crew and the pilots. The result was, when government wanted to enforce the policy deadline, which was in November, till November end, Indigo, rather than cutting down some of their flights, grounded most of their flights. They took up a lot of the bays. So on those bays, SpiceJet and Air India also could not land in certain airports. The result was there was complete chaos. And people who had to go to see dying relatives or for other things, they had to, either take charter flights or, buy tickets at exorbitant rates. So this was also exploitation by other airlines. So this chaos, gave not only a bad image to Indigo.
The commemoration of the 78th Mahaparinirvan Diwas began with a floral tribute from President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan, PM Narendra Modi, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Lok Sabha Leader of the Opposition Rahul Gandhi, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju, parliamentarians and many other dignitaries who attended the VIP session in the early hours on the day. In a post shared on X, Prime Minister Modi wrote, remembering Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar on Mahaparinirvan, his visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to justice, equality and constitutionalism continue to guide our national journey. He inspired generations to uphold human dignity and strengthen democratic values. May his ideals keep lighting our path as we work towards building a Viksit Bharat. Also sharing on a post on X, Rahul Gandhi wrote, humble tributes to Baba Saheb Ambedkar on his Mahaparinirvan Diwas. His timeless legacy of equality, justice and human dignity strengthens resolve to defend the Constitution and inspires our collective struggle for a more inclusive, compassionate India. We'll now take a short break. Stay tuned.
अपनी स्कैम लगा शिकार न हुआ आगे जाने बोले पारे स्कैमर्स का नकली मैसेजेस डाउनलोड वादा और ओटी ग्रुप का जुलाई गिना अपनी के चुका एक बार जुली चेक रिया अपनी लगा पैसा बचा बोले पारो खुदाई इन्वेस्ट न करिया आगे वेरीफाई करी सेबी इंटरैक्टिव जोन विजिट करिगिना किलिबी हिकिबी और मिनट स्टे स्कैम स्मार्ट हो होशियार थागिबी सेबी वर्सेस स्कैम मिशन
on the rise, सुन ले आसमां, डबल इंजन का ये मिशन है महान 2047 तक हम न रुकेंगे 6 ट्रिलियन का ड्रीम पूरा करेंगे मथुरा की गलियों में गूंजे है राधा अयोध्या में दूर हुई मंदिर की बाधा काशी प्रयागराज की गोल्डन चमक यूपी सरकार की गूंजे धमक सड़कों पर फर्राटा फिक्रलेस बिल्कुल बिंदास एक्सप्रेस वे पर साए साए पूरा विश्वास विकसित यूपी की बढ़ गई प्यास 2047 का ये विजन बहुत खास माफिया का दी एंड फियर गॉन योगी राज में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर हुआ स्ट्रॉन्ग बेखौफ घूमे जनता गुंडों पर मार नया यूपी तोड़ रहा पुरानी दीवार यूपी ऑन द राइज सुन ले आसमां डबल इंजन का ये मिशन है महान 2047 तक हम न रुकेंगे 6 ट्रिलियन का ड्रीम पूरा करेंगे
Russian President Vladimir Putin underscored the growing economic partnership between India and Russia while addressing the India-Russia Business Forum in New Delhi on Friday, stressing that the engagement goes far beyond energy cooperation and is aimed at deepening multifaceted relations across sectors. Putin highlighted that India and Russia remains long-time trade partners with bilateral trade witnessing unprecedented growth.
The economy is one of the fastest growing in the world. Figures speak for themselves. Over a decade, the GDP of the country has almost doubled, and in terms of the purchasing power parity, it increased by 2.5 times. Thanks to the sound economic policy and such landmark initiatives by Prime Minister Modi as Make in India program, India is strengthening its technological sovereignty. The Indian processing and light industry, IT sector, and pharmaceuticals take leading positions in the world. In Russia, we study the Indian experience with interest, and it is used in implementation of our national programs of import substitution and localization of products with high value added. The leadership of two countries, and Prime Minister Modi and I in person, pay particular attention to deepening multifaceted economic ties between Russia and India. Following today's negotiations, we adopted the program for the development of Russian and Indian economic cooperation. This comprehensive document aims at making sure that we can achieve the goal Mr. Modi and I set for ourselves, so that we can increase the trade volume by 2030 to $100 billion. It requires most active efforts of business communities from both countries aimed at further expanding and diversification of trade volumes and building balanced structure of reciprocal trade. Given the significant trade processes of Russia, the Russian business, our companies are ready to manifold increase the purchase from India of a widest range of goods and services. We are interested in it, dear friends, because it makes our economy more resilient.
At the SEBI stall today, the iconic bull and bear mascot drew the attention of visitors, symbolizing the two vital moods of the stock market. The bull, representing growth and optimism, reminds investors of rising markets and new opportunities. In contrast, the bear stands for caution and market dips, encouraging everyone to stay informed and mindful while investing. Together, they reflect SEBI's core message of safe, balanced and responsible investing, making the stall both educational and engaging for participants. SIT head Munna Prasad Gupta on Saturday addressed a press conference at the CID office in Guwahati regarding the ongoing investigation into the death of renowned singer Zubeen Garg. Gupta stated that the investigation of CID police station case number 18/2025 is in its final stage and the special investigation team will file the charge sheet on December 12 before the court. He further informed that the SIT has so far examined more than 300 witnesses in connection with this case. Gupta clarified that the case number 19/2025, which is related but separate, is still under active investigation.
CID police station case number 18/2025 is at the final stage, and we will be filing the charge sheet before the learned court on 12th December. At this point, I can only say that the investigation is at the final stage, and we will file the charge sheet on 12th December, and once the charge sheet is laid before the court, the details will be there in the charge. We have examined more than 300 witnesses so far. It will be one charge sheet in case number 18/2025. बिल्कुल वो डेडलाइन हमको 18 दिसंबर से पहले करना है, और जो मैंने आपको अभी बताया है कि 12 दिसंबर को हम चार्ज शीट कोर्ट में दाखिल कर देंगे. That is a different case. The investigation is continuing in that case. That is 19/2025, and we will complete the investigation in due course. That court.
Time for a short break. Stay tuned.
Are you prepared to spot a scam before it strikes? Scammers use fake messages, flashy promises, and tip groups to mislead you. One quick check can save your money. Always verify before you invest. Visit the SEBI Interactive Zone. Play, learn, and become scam smart in minutes. Stay alert, stay informed. Join the SEBI versus Scam mission.
मेहनत और समर्पण के प्रतीक अन्नदाताओं को डबल इंजन सरकार ने दी है नई पहचान. कर्मयोगी सरकार ने किया है वो दमदार काम जो दशकों तक था सिर्फ सपना. उत्कर्ष के इन 8 वर्षों में गन्ना किसानों को किया गया है रिकॉर्ड 2,90,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक गन्ना मूल्य का भुगतान. वर्ष 2007 से 2017 तक हुए भुगतान से यह 1,48,000 करोड़ रुपए है अधिक. माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ के नेतृत्व में पारदर्शिता और तकनीक से जुड़ी नई व्यवस्था ने बदली है गन्ना किसानों की तकदीर. वर्ष 2017 से अब तक 4 बार बढ़ाया गया है गन्ना समर्थन मूल्य. गन्ना पेराई सत्र 2025-26 में गन्ना किसानों को होगा 3,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक का अतिरिक्त लाभ. नई चीनी मिलें और बढ़ी क्रशिंग क्षमता ने असल मायनों में गन्ने की फसल को बनाया है ग्रीन गोल्ड. काम दमदार, डबल इंजन सरकार.
CM M.K. Stalin officially flagged off a relief consignment dispatched by the state government to support Sri Lanka in the aftermath of cyclone Ditwa. The shipment includes essential aid materials intended to assist affected communities and underscores Tamil Nadu's commitment to humanitarian assistance and regional cooperation. The FIFA World Cup 2026 group stage was finally mapped out after a glittering final draw ceremony in Washington, D.C.'s John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts on Friday. As the draw went ahead, the clash between co-hosts Mexico and Canada was also confirmed as the tournament opener on June 11 next year in Mexico City. The tournament will be co-hosted by the USA, Mexico and Canada. Among some other exciting clashes are Brazil versus Morocco, Netherlands versus Japan, France versus Senegal, while debutants Cabo Verde, Curacao, Jordan and Uzbekistan also have exciting clashes against Spain, Germany, defending champions Argentina and Portugal to look out for as per FIFA's official website. These 12 Groups were drawn during the event, which was attended by several legends across various sports, such as England and Manchester United football icon Rio Ferdinand, who was conducting the draw event with basketball icon Shaquille O'Neal, NFL legend Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, and ice hockey great and Major League Baseball MLB star Aaron Judge acting as assistant. Enoch Burke, an Irish teacher who was suspended for objecting to the school administration's order that staff address a transgender student by their chosen name and use they/them pronouns, and later imprisoned since late November for breaches of a court order directing him not to trespass at Wilson's Hospital School in Cove Westmeath, where he worked as a teacher, is likely to remain in prison during Christmas. Burke's ongoing dispute began in August 2022 when he objected to using a transgender student's chosen name and pronouns, citing his Christian beliefs on gender. Suspended and later dismissed for gross misconduct, he has repeatedly returned to the school grounds, leading to 5 imprisonment, totaling over 500 days and more than €225,000 in unpaid fines. Justice Brian Cragen ruled the jailing stems from blatant attempt of court orders, not Burke's belief, describing him as a baleful presence at the school. Burke maintains he is jailed for refusing to tell lies and plans a Supreme Court appeal. This is not the first time Burke has been jailed over this dispute. He previously spent 10 weeks in prison in 2022. He was later released for Christmas that year.
This is Enoch Burke, the teacher who has refused to deny his Christian belief and bow to transgender ideology.
Judge Cregan today has given us a new version of the Constitution regarding religious freedom. He said if Enoch Burke practiced his Christian belief outside the gate, this would never have happened. He said it 3 times today. So he is telling us you can have your religious belief outside the gate. But you know, that's not what the Constitution tells us. It tells us that we have a constitutional right to the free practice and profession of our religious belief in our school, in our job, in our shop, wherever we are, not according to this perverted idea and judgment of Judge Cregan. This dispute began when the principal of the school demanded that he call a child by a new name and use the they pronoun. It did not begin with Enoch Burke. He was commanded to deny his Christian belief, to give up his conscience and agree with transgenderism. And today he's getting a life sentence because the courts have decided to agree with the school. And
that's all for now. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.